All right, so we had to backtrack a little bit to find the culvert. So basically here you can see this tiny little creek here, this little stream. Water's flowing into Squirrel Lake over there. So here you can see we've got about a 5-foot diameter or 4-foot diameter concrete culvert. This is obviously the outflow end. Again, flowing into Squirrel Lake. The culvert itself looks like it's pretty good. There's been a little shifting there in the middle, but otherwise it looks okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump the grade and go take a look at the other side. All right, so there is a milepost marker on this culvert, but I don't think I can read anything on there. I think I can see a 33, but that's about it. So let's go over here and see if we can make our way down on the north side. It's looking kind of bushy here, and it's pretty grown in. Can't really see much. All right, so obviously this is the intake end. You can see the flanged end of the culvert. You can see the creek that the water's flowing into. You can see there's a little bit of sediment that's accumulated here. I don't know if that's just debris piling up or if that's the beaver at work. Anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna hop back up on the grade and resume our journey. All right, so we're resuming our journey here. Noah's just up ahead of us. We are searching for milepost 34, which should be in this area somewhere. Again, very difficult because I don't know where anything is. So if the milepost marker is not standing, then it's going to be very difficult to find. I'd really hope that the milepost markers are standing on this section, because nobody sort of comes through here. Yeah, there it is. Woohoo! All right, so Noah's going to get going. He's going to go to 35, and we are going to pause here at 34. And I'm going to grab a picture here while we have a moment. All right, let's resume our journey, leaving milepost 34 behind. So milepost 34 is the mileage on the Kinghorn. So for the original line, the Canadian Northern Railway Long Lake Subdivision, what we have to do is we have to add 100.8 miles. The Kinghorn started in Long Lake, as we mentioned, but the Long Lake Subdivision started in Hornpain. And so the original mileage goes from 34.4 to 134.8. Okay, so let's get moving here. Actually, the grade's a little bit more open than I thought it would be. As far as I know, this is a pretty quiet stretch. Basically, we have two major features, which was the trestle that we passed at the beginning. That's washed out. And then we have another trestle near milepost 36, near the end of our destination for today. And just past that, there's another washout. And then hopefully we have milepost markers. There was that one culvert that I don't know if it's there or not. We'll have to look on the way back. And any cuttings or rock cuts, that's it. It's a pretty quiet hike. Here you can see a very pretty little field. See all these pretty little yellow flowers growing up. These things here, that's the common mullein. We see those a lot on our hikes growing up on the grade. It's actually an invasive species brought in from Europe. It actually has medicinal properties, so maybe not so terrible. I'll put up the scientific name on the screen. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm going to zip you ahead a little bit here, and we'll pause if we see anything kind of important. Just you can see my shadow here. It's because we're recording on the outbound journey today. It's earlier in the morning. It's 9:26. Usually we're recording later in the morning, so you can enjoy my shadow and enjoy the beauty here of Greenstone, Ontario. So one of the big challenges this time of the year, particularly going the wrong way initially, is it's very difficult to see anything. I want to try to scan the brush for things like telegraph poles and stuff, but otherwise when I speed up the video, you're going to get a lot of head whipping. Oh man, look at the mullins here. And then it's warm too, and I'm towing a 60-pound dog. So here we're getting into another cut. You can actually see a piece of a telegraph pole here. So you can see part of the pole and a couple of the cross beams here. Those are things that would be neat to sort of see, but again, you can't really see into the brush. And because I'm recording, I don't want to whip my head around too much. Snake. My wife would love that. All right, let's continue zooming here. Lots of tamaracks growing up here beside the grade, and we've talked about the tamarack before. The very soft needles. The tamarack is a species of larch, and it's one of the few coniferous trees that loses its needles in the fall time and then regrows them. That's why they're so soft. Tamaracks like where it's swampy. And in the fall time, their needles turn this brilliant shade of yellow. It's quite beautiful to see. I'll put the scientific name up on the screen. It's like the science lesson today. Not seeing too much railway stuff, so let's do a science lesson or a geography lesson. Geography is a science, I guess. Can get a degree. When I was in university, my major was in history, but my minor was in geography. You need to have I'm a high school teacher, so you need to have two subjects that you can teach. So my primary is history and my secondary is geography. So you can actually get a Bachelor of Arts in a little cut through here. You can get a Bachelor of Arts, kind of pretty. You can get a Bachelor of Arts in geography, or you can get a Bachelor of Science in geography. All right, so what we're going to do is right up here, there's supposed to be, in one day time, because it's marked on my GPS. So on my GPS software, there's a road that's shown on here. So we're going to stop there and just take a quick breather here, check the camera, and then resume our journey. Bet you the road's right here. You can see it. There's yeah, right here. Right where it said it was, right there. So there was a road, probably a logging road that one time crossed the grade. Okay, so let's hold up for a minute. I can see Noah up there, hopefully at milepost 35, and then we'll continue our journey.